A long time ago, I had a friend that gave me a nickname. We worked construction together, and he always said if there's a faster way of getting it done, I would figure it out. So he called me Shortcut. I don't think he was making fun of me, don't think he meant it in a negative light, but just I was going to find a faster way. And sometimes that's great. Sometimes you have to slow down and follow the instructions. You have to just do it the way it's always been done. This month, we're spending time in the book of Genesis, the beginning, and God is showing us some things with the way he deals with humanity. He's showing us things about his nature, and he's showing us how we work best. Started it with creation, and he showed us a rhythm to life, and he started building it into his dealings with his people as he started giving them laws and decrees. But sometimes we think we have a better way, an easier way, a shortcut, and it just doesn't work out. The life of Jesus, to me, is one of those. Old Testament is telling us how it ought to be, and then Jesus comes in the New Testament and shows us what it ought to look like. Well, in the Gospel of Mark, chapter 1, there's lots of stories about him healing people. People saw that he was healing people, brought him more people to heal. He cast demons out of people, and guess what? He spends half the day and part of the night casting demons out of everybody in town. And then in Mark chapter 1, I think it's verse 35, it says, very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went to a solitary place where he prayed. Now, friends, you want something fun to do. You go through the New Testament and you find out how many times that kind of a verse pops up when it's talking about Jesus, that he took a break. He stopped what he was doing and he went away to a quiet place to clear his head, to clear his mind, to maintain that right relationship with God. And I think that we struggle with those kinds of things because we're looking for a shortcut. We're looking for a faster way of getting things done. And we're hoping our way is going to be good enough. Well, friends, when it comes to our relationship with God, good enough isn't good enough. We have to be what God's called us to be, and that's holy. And holy doesn't happen by a shortcut. We have to build into our schedule a rhythm to stop what we're doing and take a break. Now, I've never really been much of a morning person, but I've been working on it the last few years so that the first thing I do when I roll out of bed is get a hold of my Bible and go sit down and spend some time clearing the cobwebs and looking at God's Word. I try and do it before I look at my calendar, before I start plodding through what I ought to get done that day. And I try to hear from heaven, Lord, what would you have me do today? So I want to encourage you as you're looking at the things that you're doing this year. Maybe you're trying to break some bad habits and start some good ones. Maybe a good habit to start is to follow the practice of Jesus. Regularly get away, you and God, and give it the quality time it deserves. He's got a message for you. You're going to find it in his Word when you stop skipping the prescribed path. No shortcuts to becoming a disciple who makes disciples. It's a long game, and Jesus will take us there. Follow his example.